Hello and welcome back to another episode of the CQ the Watch Guy podcast with me, CQ the Watch Guy. Thank you so much for tuning in. So excited to be back on the camera, back in Miami. We just got back from Dubai and it was an amazing trip. Dubai Watch Week is always worth it. I'm telling you from now, get ready for 2025 because this is my third Dubai Watch Week that I had the pleasure of going to. And every year they keep getting bigger. And last year was pretty big, and this year they managed to literally elevate the stages, elevate the platforms, and just had so many great watches, so many great people, and the truly best part about Dubai Watching, because it's a non-commercial event, you can just interact with so many people. You can interact with all the brands. You can see different CEOs and different head watchmakers having conversation. You can eavesdrop a little bit and you can see just a collaborative effort it is. It's all love. It's all for the passion of horology. There were some great panels that happened as well. So we have a ton of content that's coming out shortly. You're gonna already see it. So make sure you follow us on the socials. DavidSW Orlando, CQ the Watch Guy. We got a lot of recaps there. Then on the main YouTube channel, we have some interviews with collectors. We also have interviews with some brand reps, the head of DavidSW and the head of Group 4C, and a couple others. You really had an awesome time out there. And I'm telling you, you should go to Dubai Watch Week 2025. Whoever you are, whenever you're listening to this, if you enjoy watches and you have the ability to travel out there, honestly, it's cheaper than going to Switzerland if you kind of take everything into consideration. It is a time commitment depending where you are, but to spend 3 or 4 days in Dubai is an awesome place. But in terms of just the watch scene, being there, being able to interact, you can walk up to Jean-Claude Biver, you can walk up to Philippe Dufour, Max Bousser, or Giuseppe Riccieppi. They're all the names I can name. They're there, they're having a good time, they're relaxing. And it's just a really great time. So, get out there and please stay tuned for all the great content we have coming from Dubai Watch. We were filming a lot and we didn't get out to the desert, but next time, just an excuse to do a recap midway next year or something. I'm working on it. Anyways, want to talk to you about some watches. 'Tis the season, right? We're in December already. This year has flew by. It's I haven't been counting the episodes of this podcast. We're well past 10. This beautiful boutique that I'm in, we now have full showrooms. I have a grand opening happening this coming Thursday. And, it's amazing to see. So being that December is here, it's also time to check some things off the shopping list for yourself and for others. So I wanted to put together a nice lineup of some good watches that we have coming in. I do invite you to keep checking out the new arrivals page. Every day we're putting in watches and we're putting in the variety of inventory has been awesome. Some very unique things like I'm going to show you today. So of course, we have our usual suspects, our Rolex, our APs, our Pateks, all the best stuff, all the fresh stuff. But you're also seeing a lot of cool independents. You saw that great Kronfeld Principia, a few Lange Sohnes are up there, and just HYT. You saw the HYT H0. So some really great pieces if you want to get something unique for yourself or for your loved one or for your good friend who needs a watch. Everybody needs a watch on the wrist. That's the 2024 goal, right? Anyway, so let's dive in with one of my favorite watches in the last couple of years. This is Omega Seamaster Diver 300 with the green dial. And, the Speedmaster 300 has been around for a long time. This newest version has a great movement. It's master chronometer certified. It's coaxial. So the engine underneath is beautiful, but the aesthetics, man. This beautiful deep forest green with the ceramic bezel. They brought back the wave dial a couple years ago. It is just a great looking watches. The blue has always been my favorite when you're talking about Seamaster 300s, especially the older versions. But this green is on the money. It's gonna even show darker, almost even black in a very dark setting. But when the sun's on it, you get this deep, beautiful forest green. I think it's a great gift. It's a great watch for yourself. It's a great do anything, do whatever you want with watch. It's a tank. You can swim with it. You could dive with it. You could probably even go space with it. I don't know what the helium escape valve might do in space, but you could do pretty much anything you want with the Seamaster 300. And it's an iconic piece, and it's just a good-looking watch, and it's not going to break the bank. We have this one at $53.75, and this one's a fresh April 23 piece as well. Moving forward, I saw this really cool Panerai pop up. I want to talk about it. It's a Panerai PAM 1412 Luminor Marina Navy Seals. So another Navy SEALs entry, and it is gorgeous. It's using their Brunito E steel. So this is their recycled steel, and it has a beautiful aged patina worn effect on the steel, on the metal, that I really, really love. It just looks like it's been through a few different lifetimes before getting to you. And I'm a big fan of like vintage leather and really worn stuff, and this really gives that vibe. And the beautiful kind of a deep blue motif dial there with your normal green numerals, the sandwich style as well, and a little touch of yellow on the second hand. And it's just a beautiful watch, right? I personally would take it off the rubber strap. It does come in 2 straps, comes on that rubber, and it comes on a green fabric. I probably swap on that green fabric if I'm not going in the water, because that would probably just make everything pop and the coordination really good. Even the crown has some green touches on it, and I just love the look of this steel, right? Price point is great as well, $98.75. And I believe this one is, it's a 44 millimeter. So, most of us can pull it off, if you dare. And, love the Navy SEALs tribute, the Navy SEALs seal on the back case as well. Really well done watch. And it's just, again, another looker, something unique, something that for yourself, you probably don't have anything like it in your collection. If you're giving it to somebody who's a watch lover, you're not sure what they like, but they like something diver, they like a sizable watch. This is a great piece because I think it's so unique. Who wouldn't want to have a fun watch like this in the collection? I really like this watch. I've been looking at it for a while. Moving into another diver, we're kind of diver heavy in the first part of this lineup here. Rolex Yachtmaster with the blue dial, and this is just a classic that I think we overlook sometimes. And to me, a Yachtmaster with the platinum bezel is such a great watch. Very versatile. You could do anything. A Yachtmaster is the luxury submariner, right? If you think about it like that. Somebody proposed that to me the other day, actually a few years ago, and I was like, oh man, I never really thought about it, but the Yachtmaster is just a luxed up version of the submariner, and with this beautiful blue dial, I think it is just a classic. A lot of people, we kind of overlook this watch because there's a lot of other pieces out there in the lineup right now, but when you see these in person, it's hard to find a better looking watch at the price point that, again, you could do anything with, you could dive with, you can have fun with. Looks beautiful on a yacht, of course, sipping some champagne or mimosas or whatever you want to sip. I think it's a great watch. That beautiful blue, same blue as the white gold Daytona blue that I really, really love, and the red second hand with the red Yachtmaster. Just a clean, classy, nice pop of color, but it's not loud, it's not yelling across the room. Great for any collection. Hers, I think a Yachtmaster should be in the collection if you like something a little bit sporty. And again, a great travel watch. I have a bunch of watches, but I want to take one watch I could do anything with. Yachtmaster to the rescue. Let's go. All right, now back to the Omega, but a little bit more on a unique and a dressy side. This is the Omega Speedmaster bronze gold Chronoscope chronograph on a beautiful brown leather strap. And this is a really fun watch. These came out a couple years ago. And basically, if you look at the dial, you're seeing there's a few different ways of reading the dial and reading the speed. So you have your pulsations. So if you're somebody who's a doctor, you can actually use this to, tell beats per second. You have different telemeter there, and you have a tachymeter. So this is like the uber way of using a chronograph, of giving you all the ways, or a bunch of different ways to get a bunch of different information. You may never use it, or one day you might challenge yourself to use all these complications, but I just think it's a fun chronograph, and it's a utility chronograph, right? We don't use chronographs the way that they're meant to, but this gives you all the skills for you to do so much. Everything except like a slide rule from a Navi timer. But beyond that, it's a great looking watch. I love a bicompax or 2 display chronograph as well. So it's beautiful, gorgeous piece, dressy and sporty at the same time. Something unique, something you just don't see them often, and that movement on the back is to die for as well. This one's a clean set, full set. And again, for the Omega lover, for yourself, if you love Omega, you've been thinking Speedmaster, but you want something just a little bit different, I think the Chronoscope is a really cool watch and something you should check out. Now, last but certainly not least, when I saw this pop in, I had to talk about it. Hey, Lange Sohne, Zeitwerk. I am a huge Zeitwerk fan. To see how they've come on the market as well have been interesting. See how they come on the market is very interesting too, because a few years ago these trended, let's say, in the 50s, and now to see them holding strong in the 65 range, 60s range, even close to 70 sometimes, it's amazing because They're such great watchmaking. Under the hood, it's amazing. You look at the watch and you're like, oh, this is just a digital display, but there's so much more than that. There's so much watchmaking that goes into this watch, but it's also just a nice, big, beautiful Lange Sohne. So if you're somebody who loves a digital display or is looking for a watch that's telling time, but in a little bit of a different manner, but you want all the great watchmaking that you could ever ask for from Lange Sohne, you look at the movement and it's like, chef's kiss, the engravings, the German silver, everything that comes together in this watch is amazing. And I'm so happy to see that we have this pop in. Probably won't last long. When you have these kind of crazy pieces here, they don't last too long, but definitely a piece you should look at if you're thinking about elevating your collection, or you've been thinking about Lange Sohne. I think a Zeitwerk fits really great in any collection, and it looks so different than anything else. You really don't have a issue finding times to wear it because it's so unique. Even in the lineup of, if you have a bunch of Lange Sohnes, the Zeitwerk kind of stands out, right? And that's the last watch for today. Again, please check out DavidSW.com and the new arrivals page because we have new watches come in every day. And for the season, we have a lot of cool pieces too. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you soon and buy what you love.